fact that the Old Testament God was not the true spiritual father of Jesus. The congregation no longer believes in a wrathful God. When Einstein gave lectures at U.S. universities, the recurring questions that students asked him the most was, "Do you believe in God?" And he always answered, "I believe in the God of Spinoza." Now, Baruch Spinoza was an important Dutch philosopher who lived during the 17th century. His philosophy is based on logic, and he identifies God as the geometric order of the world. He believes God manifests in the perfection of nature. Let us give you some of his words. And there are many who would claim that the following words are actually said by Spinoza's God. Now stop praying and beating yourself on the chest. Have fun, love, sing, and enjoy all that this world can give you. I don't want you to visit the cold and dark temples that you say are my home. My home is not a temple, except that it is in you. My home is not a temple, but in the mountains, the forest, rivers, lakes, the beaches. That's where my home is, and that's where I express my love. And it would seem that would be within us too, wouldn't it? Now don't be fooled by written text about me. If you want to get close, look at me in a beautiful landscape. Try to feel the wind and the heat on your skin. Don't ask me anything. I don't have the power to change your life, you do. Don't be afraid. I don't judge, and I don't criticize, and I don't dispense punishments. Do not believe those who simplify me in simple rules to respect. Those only serve to make you feel inadequate and guilty for what you do, and they serve to keep you under control. Do not always think about the world after death, and do not believe that it is there that you will get to know true beauty. This world has to offer you so much more than beauty. It is only up to you to discover it. Do not think that I set you rules. You are the only owner of life, and you decide what to do with them. No one can tell you what is after death. But facing each day as if it were the last chance to love and rejoice and do whatever it takes will help you live better. I don't want you to believe in me because someone strongly claims that I exist, but I want you to always feel me in you and around you. Don't look for me outside. You won't find me. You find me inside. There, I am beating in you. It is not often that a Jew is excommunicated by his fellow Jews, but in 1656, Baruch Spinoza managed this. His rabbinical colleagues of the synagogue in Amsterdam accused him of heresy. He denied this. He just had a different interpretation of the role God played in the affairs of human beings. According to both the Old Testament and the New Testament, God has always been vigilant about the actions of human beings. God may ignore the pleas for help from mortal men, and if he chooses not to listen, that was his holy prerogative. But Jews and Christians were convinced that God did pay attention. Spinoza, after years of self-study, convinced himself that God never chose to reward the virtuous, nor punish the wicked. Spinoza did not see God as a spiritual Santa Claus dispensing gifts to those who had been good, and coals to those who had not. Spinoza saw God as a sort of theological absentee landlord. Spinoza's religious elders were outraged. They offered him money to recant his views, such a deal, but Spinoza refused, hence his excommunication. I'm thinking Spinoza must be, or could be, or might be the inspiration for the deist, who believed in God, just not in any particular God. Spinoza believed that there was no distinction between the natural and the supernatural. He thought there was only one, and it's entirely natural, even if it appears supernatural to us. Spinoza was the first to articulate in detail the concept of God as the universe and everything in it, and is more awesome than any mythical god ever cooked up by the feeble minds of men. I think Spinoza was a philosopher who tried to bring life back into the hands of people who lived them. What do y'all think?